Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to check fresh release from Special Hobby. That's a 1/72 scale aircraft which is molded and copying a Breda Ba.88B lens, so its name of this kit is a Deuce Bomber. So obviously this is an Italian aircraft in small scale, and now we have a chance to check commercial samples, so it means you get exactly the same package, exactly the same plastic if you order it from official Special Hobby website. So let's open it and check what is inside, but before this let me show you the size of the box. As you can see, it's not that big, but the box art is quite nice. On the sides we have some information about the kit and manufacturer, nothing special I would say. So let's open it. It's a top opening box, as you can see. And here is what we have inside. So there is assembly manual on the top, and then we have all sprues packed into the same plastic bag. Obviously we will start with plastic sprues, and then we will continue with assembly manual. There is also separately packed decals sheet, but we will check it a bit later. So first of all, this plastic bag with sprues. As you can see, all sprues are secured in one bag. So if you have a chance to check parts before purchase, I would rather recommend it, because it will ensure that you will get everything intact. So here we have first plastic sprue. As you can see, it was packed into the separate plastic bag because this is a clear sprue, so it's quite a typical packaging style I would say. And here you can see what we have on this frame. So obviously there are canopy parts, and molding quality is quite nice. As far as I can see, there are no possible problems. Plastic looks clear and nice. Let's bring it closer so that you can see those parts in detail. Let me focus the camera. Now you should be able to see it. So really nice molding quality. Of course you will have to cut all those masks because masks are not included, but let's hope that there will be some aftermarket set available for this kit, because otherwise it will be a bit tricky to mask all those small squares on the canopy. Okay, so this is the first plastic sprue. Then we have first gray plastic frame. I will zoom out a bit, and now let's focus the camera. So here you can see we have fuselage halves. Of course, both halves are molded without tail segment because this aircraft had two fins, so that's why we have it molded separately. And overall molding quality seems to be fine. We have typical external detailing. This means recessed panel lines and riveting. Also here we have various parts for the internal detailing and some of the landing gear elements. I'll bring them closer so that you can see them in detail. Okay, so here is the fuselage half. As you can see, we have recessed panel lines, and they look quite good, I would say. Inside, I don't remember if there are any guiding elements. Yes, there are position pins, as you can see, so they will help you with alignment of these parts together. Then we also have here the dashboard. As you can see, dashboard is molded with this dials imitation. You also can see this landing gear parts. Here we have another cockpit element, and then we have several more parts with various internal elements pre-molded on them. Here you can see, by the way, the control area, and also those are tail wings again with recessed panel lines, and the elevators are pre-molded. These parts come as one-piece parts, so you won't have to deal with separate halves, and that's really good. Then one thing that professionals might replace is this barrels section. As you can see, these are barrels for the machine guns. Obviously metal replacement will look better on your model, so if you have a chance to get it, better do it, and you will have a noticeable improvement on your model. Okay, so what is next? We have here another gray plastic sprue. I was just looking at what is molded there. So here we have two propellers, and note that each propeller is placed on one attachment point. That's really good. Then we have parts for engine gondolas, which should be glued out of separate panels. Also we have engine parts, and as far as you can see, these engines should be glued out of two parts. I will bring them closer so that you can see them. Let me focus the camera once again. So now you should be able to see them. Nicely molded parts. I'm not sure if P parts are present, but even out of the box it should be more than enough in such small scale. Here you can see engine gondola parts. Again, we have recessed panel lines, which is really nice. And note the attachment points They are thin, but in some places they will require some due care because you might damage the surface. And of course propellers, here it is. One attachment point, it is placed in the hidden spot, I would say, which won't be visible even if you damage it. So that's really good, but that's not the hint to damage it, you know. And the last gray plastic sprue, here it is. This one is dedicated to wing parts. So parts division is typical for wing. We have 2 top halves and 1 bottom. Actually, I think they will be reversed because this is a top wing aircraft. So we might get a bit different style, but we will check it in assembly manual. We also have landing gear wheels here and landing gear legs. Landing gear wheels should be assembled out of 2 halves, and as far as I can see there are no guiding elements whatsoever, so you will have to deal with those halves with your own hands. As for the wings, we have wing edges working as a guiding elements for top halves. I will bring them closer so that you understand what I'm talking about. Here they are. As you can see, you will have to place this part into this part, and then you have a right fitment. And again, external detailing looks good on the same level as fuselage, as you can see here. Of course, flaps and ailerons are pre-molded, so you won't be able to retract them or move them somehow, and that's not a surprise in 1/72 scale. Next, we have another plastic bag. Here it is. So, as far as I can understand, we don't have any P parts here, but at least we have nice decal sheet for several marking options. So, just give me a second. I will try to remove it. It's a bit tight fits, that's why it's a bit tricky to take it out. But here it is. I don't see any mention where it was printed, but printing quality is really good. And as you can see, we have here symbols for several marking options. I guess these are dials for the dashboard, but I am not sure because other symbols for the cockpit, I don't see them. So who knows, maybe there are completely no symbols or decals for the cockpit. But printing quality is good, once again I will repeat it. So I think with those decals you will get really nice result. And then we have assembly manual. This one is printed in form of this nice brochure. We have short history note in Czech and English, also some technical specifications for the real aircraft. Then here we have parts map, and also assembly process starts with joining 2 fuselage halves together, and that's a bit unusual, I would say. And I'm a bit confused because I'm trying to understand how we will be working with cockpit, because here you can see cockpit being assembled out of separate parts. Actually, this is a machine gunner section. Then we continue with engine gondolas, and then we install engines. So as I said, each engine should be assembled out of 2 parts. And next we continue with landing gear system. Here we install the landing gear doors, canopy, and then we have marking guides. So as you can see, it will be pretty much straightforward assembly. We will have to complete only 12 steps. Then as for the marking guides, we have here first marking option comes from the 100 Ace Quadriglia 7 Gruppo in Livorno 1940. This one comes from Torines June 1940, and paint numbers are given in Gunze designations, by the way. Then we have third marking option. This one comes from North Africa autumn 1940, and here we have pictures of other kits in 1/72 scale from Special Hobby. So some of them were reviewed on our YouTube channel. I recommend to check them. Here you can see more, and those are really interesting kits. Then we have also suggested kits. As you can see, those are Italian seat belts. We also have this P set, which will improve cockpit, and also engine bay, and of course CMK tools, which are also quite useful together with those weathering sets for dusting or dirt in your aircraft. Overall, this Breda aircraft looks quite nice. I wouldn't recommend it to beginners because, as you can see, there are some interesting things which will require some due attention, but with some experience you can build really good aircraft. And this is not such a, I would say, widespread aircraft type, so it might be an interesting project for those who are already tired from all those German and US aircraft in whatever scale. So of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about this kit here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also support us financially by pressing the donate button on our website, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye.